back to another episode of Vulgar Video Vlogtober. Today is day 3. I am your host, Jessica. I just changed in. It is what it is, so yeah. And my co-host...
Samo, right? Samo.
I don't know. We're only third in.
Come up with something later.
I might make a mistake to refer back and forth. I don't know. But I'm still trying to figure it out, so... Well, it is what it is. Okay, so as we have continued on with the All Hallows Eve trilogy, technically speaking, the first one was our antagonist, I guess, was the clown. The second one was a pumpkin killer face, which I feel like is now looking at it might be disqualified for our Clown Week saga. However, this third one, which is a spin-off from the first one because it has the same killer clown, like the exact same dude, at least according to what we pulled up on Tubi. Or are we on Netflix or Tubi?
Netflix.
Netflix, excuse me. So, any additions to?
Nothing really. Just get into the description where we learn the name of this clown. So, description for Terrifier, which came out in 2017. On Halloween night, inside a dilapidated apartment building, Art the Clown stalks his victims, slicing and slaughtering in terrifying silence. So it is Art the Clown.
It's the same director. Remember the director, at least in All Hallows Eve #1, also did the makeup special effects. Was it makeup or special effects?
Makeup special effects.
Makeup and special effects. He produced it and wrote it.
Hey, Max.
And Max! So, Max, once again, has a lot of names. Okay, I don't know if you guessed the next portion of his name, but here we go. It is Maximilian Binks Catesby Robespierre Salem. And I forgot to write down the number of names, but I will do that hopefully in the next episode if I remember. I need to make a note to myself. Anyways.
Alright, you ready to get into it?
Let's just jump right into it and we'll catch you guys back in 1 hour and 24 minutes. Alright, we are back from our trip down the movie Terrifier. Finally, we have a clown like as the antagonist all the way through. I really enjoyed it. It definitely meets our criteria for Vulgar Video Vlogtober. There was a lot of good kills, a couple of lame ones which we'll get into. We had a very nice updated version, like not updated, but it updated in a sense like it was better quality. I don't know, I'll let you tag in real quickly.
Yeah, this is definitely the goriest we've seen so far, with beyond any shadow of a doubt. This is by far the most cohesive of the three, considering that it's a trilogy of sorts. Who'd have thunk? You know, you just tell one story all the way through and it makes sense. Surprising.
Yeah, I mean, Damien Leone, the guy who directed it, wrote it, produced it, this is basically his character right here. He watched the first, his first one with All Hallows Eve 1, critiqued himself and was like, maybe I should just stick to one story. Looked at it, he reevaluated and was like, you know what, I just need to stick to one fucking thing and just run with it, and it works. It works really, really well. And like I said, the pros were the solid antagonist for sure. We have our clown antagonist, which once again his name is Art the Clown. We had a lot of good kills or good strikes. He's very creepy, not in just the way that he looks or smiles. He also just doesn't speak, like not even like sound effects, because there's a couple of scenes where he's like, of his kills or people he's going to kill, he's like doing the laughing motion, but there's no sound or anything. I think it just adds to the level of creepiness. Plus, he once again smeared shit all over the bathroom, which he did in the first.
Dude's got a game plan and he's sticking to it.
Yeah.
Right.
He's sticking to his guns. And speaking of guns, I'll let Samo tag in for...
The lame part is, it comes after a great part, but it's also lame.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a final girl fake out here, where our female protagonist that we've been following and who is shown to be a pretty tough character,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is getting her licks in on him, got him down on the ground, and Art just pulls a gun and shoots her, which is very strange when you got some more gory stuff going on in it, stuff that would make most people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, it just doesn't feel right. But, you know, it's a choice. There's no bad decisions in choice making. So.
I mean, because up until this point, the final girl fake out, our fake final girl, prior to her, he had killed like 3 other people at this point. And their deaths were pretty, you know, disgusting and gross and no gun necessary. And I felt like the other characters, -1, could have easily overtaken him just compared to the size. But then again, I liked our final girl fake out. She was tough, she was cool, she was already on edge. She wasn't the smartest. I think the final girl usually isn't the smartest person in the bunch, but you know, you get what you get. Yeah, that kind of like ruined it. Killing her with a gun.
Well, especially because that's pretty close after to, so earmuff alert if you're sensitive. Mm-hmm. We get a hacksaw scene of a woman hung up by her ankles, sawed down the middle the wrong way. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go into too much more detail than that. Mm-hmm. So that's proper gore. That is properly disgusting. And then the next kill he gets is shoots a chick in the face a couple times. Okay, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't detract from the movie all that much. No,
but it's just like
you just buried a very good decision of a final girl fake out that you set up pretty well. You know, they were both, you know, getting their licks in and taking them too. So it just kind of spoils that lovely decision you made. But it's not going to take away from it too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was probably my only con. He didn't do that again, though. Which was, I'm hoping that was a solid decision. Like, okay.
I guess, what is the rating on this one?
Overall, I did like it. As far as the gore level, it totally meets the gore level for our series that we're doing. The clown was creepy on its own. He had really good kills. The only thing I can't forgive, obviously, is the gun situation. I also got to give credit to, once again, hoping that guy, he reevaluated, like, I can just stick to one story and just go with it, and I thought he did beautifully. So as far as like redemption wise, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. That's just, you got your second chance, because technically the second All Hallows Eve had nothing to do with our previous director, or the first director of the director of the first one, excuse me. So because he redeemed it very, very well, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
I'm kind of with you there, mm-hmm. But it's just a little bit too generic. I mean, the gore is there, mm-hmm. and done well. Mm-hmm. You know, I will have to say the effects, the makeup effects and everything, those are really strong in this. I'm going to have to give it a 3 out of 5. Mostly because the 3 is what it earned, alright? Mm-hmm. You know, production-wise, very well produced, you know, looks good, creepy character, that's all well and good. Mm-hmm. But again, it's just kind of generic. Outside of that, doesn't mean it's bad. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're into gory movies, definitely watch this one. I could not recommend it higher. But again, it's just a little bit too generic for my taste, so it gets a 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Yay!
Yeah.
I didn't copy you. I don't want to feel like I'm copying your score because like I feel like when you say your rating, like it makes sense why you're saying these things. Granted, he's watched a bunch of really shitty horror movies. I've sat in a few of these really shitty horror movies.
We're still coming after you, Deadly Detention. You're not getting away.
Yeah, we're still coming after you. And once again, as stated in the previous video, I've just started getting into horror within the last year, so I think maybe because like All Hallows Eve 2 was such a letdown, that's why I'm feeling pretty generous right now with this one. That might be persuading me to do so. And you know what? I'm just gonna stick with my score. I'm just gonna let it be as it is. That's the rating I give it, 4 out of 5.
All right.
We'll see what the rest of our clown series has in store for us. Tomorrow we're going to watch The Basement. That one I believe is on Tubi. It has a really quick snippet of a clown, so it just looked interesting. So that's the one we're going to watch for
Gotta
tomorrow.
give a correction there. That is on Netflix.
Netflix. Sorry, I keep mixing it up because, as you can tell, we have no life. We just watch really shitty stuff on Netflix or Tubi or Prime. Whatever one we can find. Alright, this has been Vulgar Video Vlogtober, and we'll see you guys in the next one.